Alright guys, so here we are. Let's go ahead and get over to the build real quick. So, funny story, right? I was actually trying to make a Cryo Moze build, still working on that, but I just couldn't really get any of the damage I was really looking for out of the Cryo type of setup. So I actually decided, you know what? Dude, we're going to go into a full-fledged Incendiary melting build, right? And here we are. So, let's actually go ahead and go over the skill trees real quick. So starting off, we're going to be going over our bottomless mag tree here. Go ahead and throw your 5 out of 5 in Cloud of Lead. This 3 in the match set is from a class mod. 1 in the Scrappy, just so you can get further down the tree. 3 out of 3 in the Stoke the Embers. 1 in the Redistribution. Dope. 5 out of 5 in Scorching RPMs. And then max out your Iron Bank. And then throw 1 in Some for the Road. You do obviously you want these 2 skills for your extra incendiary damage, and then we have some of this to keep our ammo regen a little bit up. We don't go all the way down to Forge in this build, just keep that in mind, and that's really all for the bottomless mag tree. I'm trying to run through this stuff pretty fast. Oh, and then I'm also running the Salamander with Molten Roar for, you know, incendiary. Yeah, it's Incendiary Moze, baby. That's what we're working with here. So let's go over and look at the demolition woman tree. Alright, we got 5 out of 5 in the fire in the Skag Den. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, she deals bonus incendiary damage. So, you know, whenever we do some bonus splash damage. Now, there's now you're gonna see later on in the build, there's a lot of weapons that you can cycle through here that I was cycling through a little bit, like through certain things. So, like you could run some splash damage weapons in here. This will help out give you some bonus incendiary damage when you do splash damage, obviously. Then we have Means of Destruction, 3 out of 3. Whenever Moze deals splash damage, there is a chance to add ammo to her currently equipped weapons magazine with a smaller chance to return a grenade. 1 into Towards Cross Promotion, and then we go ahead and throw 1 to Auto Bear, and then we also throw 1 into Grizzled so that we can get our Iron Bear much easier whenever we get kills. Just 1 second off the cooldown really helps whenever you're mobbing. Constantly have your Iron Bear up, really works. That also goes hand in hand with our Salamander, you know. Constant Iron Bear being a constant Salamander, you know how it works, you know how we do it. Alright, Redistribution, Shield of Retribution. So we have 5 out of 5 into Armored Infantry. Vladov Ingenuity is maxed out. We have no Deathless equipped, so nothing in the Thin Red Line. Drowning Nebraska's amazing kill skill maxed that puppy out. We have a full can of Whoop Ass, so we can immediately begin recharging our shield. Whenever we hop in Iron Bear, very useful. This got buffed. Experimental Musicians got buffed a 50% buff to all of our incendiary damage whenever we do critical hits. So, you know, more incendiary damage. Boom. Behind the Iron Curtain, this also got a buff when it's maxed out. We got our shield recharge rate of 33% and 28% shield recharge delay. Yeah, we do this mainly so we can get further down the tree. Phalanx Doctrine, a kill skill after killing an enemy. Moze gains a stack of Phalanx Doctrine. For every stack, Moze's maximum shield and gun damage are increased, and each stack lasts 30 seconds. Another really absurd good kill skill in the shield retribution tree. 4% damage per stack, and max shields per stack 6%, and there's no stack limit to this amazing kill skill. We leave 2 out of 5 in here, and then you do want to get your force feedback with critical kill. So a lot of people, if you're tempted, if you don't want to put anything into here, the demolition limit tree to get more of your fags, the doctrine, you can. But I mostly do this because there's some splash damage weapons that I like to cycle through, and I do like to get auto bear. It's a really solid perk overall. So we're gonna go ahead and look at our equipment here. Once again, I'm trying to run through this pretty fast. I'm gonna try and ramble on too long. But to start things off, the Old Ridian, yeah, another new DLC weapon. This gun is actually a freaking behemoth of a weapon. I was totally sleeping on it initially when I made my showcase video. But yeah, this Old Ridian is super good. Obviously, our anointment really helps out, getting the 125% bonus in incendiary damage when coming out of Iron Bear. With all the magazine size perks we have, I think our mag size is actually like 72 with this thing. And let me tell you, this Old Ridian will keep you alive. You will have 72 bullets in your clip. Now, if you have the same one like I do, at least have the same anointment, you'll be doing a lot more damage, and your lifesteal is going to be proccing a lot more, as you'll see. As you'll see what I'm talking about. This gun is just, I would say, out of all the guns, this one's, yeah, it's the most important one. This gun just does too much damn work. It can't be ignored. It's just that good. An Anarchy. Once again, we're running an Anarchy here. Obviously, this one does help because we get 2 mags of bonus incendiary damage. Also, when you're running Moze, it's really hard for these anointments to run out because you don't reload that often on Moze, especially respecting to the bottomless mag tree, which we do. So we're not going to be reloading our Anarchy too much, especially in between getting in and out of Iron Bear. You'll basically have this proc almost all the time. Same thing goes for this one. Recursion, a consecutive hits recursion. Believe it or not, this recursion I did not use all that much. I feel like the recursion is mainly built for Amara players, not so much for Moze, but I still have it on here just, in case in case it comes in handy, or if there's a big group of enemies. It still changes pretty well. I was cycling between a lot of weapons, so some weapons that I'll go ahead and mention. A Kib's worth. If you have a splash damage Kibs that's incendiary, use that. That Kibs will absolutely save your bacon. I just don't have one. I have this one with weapon damage, but I want one with splash damage now. I was fiddling with this one. This one isn't incendiary, but it's a lifesteal one. So, I mean, literally, if you have a Kib's worth, this Kib's worth can do wonders in this type of build, for sure. I just wasn't personally using one. Another gun that I was using, this Tig's Boom. This Tig's Boom is amazing. If you're doing the raid, I would highly recommend some sort of corrosive weapon. I found myself whenever I was running through the raid that trying to just brute force it, even with incendiary damage, it's just not the best way to work. Especially if your Anarchy isn't stacked up, then it's really not gonna work for you. That's why this Tig's Boom right here works some freaking wonders. Other weapons you could use, this Ogre, wow, this Ogre is absolutely disgusting. If you have an Ogre with this similar anointment, yeah, use it. This Ogre is Ogre is amazing, especially on Moze. Another thing, a good gun is a Hell Shock. I'm just spitting out ideas for you. A Dictator, oh yeah, a Dictator could work. It's really, a lot of guns can work with this type of build. But I'm just giving you a few examples off the top of my head and that are in my inventory. So, Hell Shock, Ogre, Corrosive Tig's Boom, any Anarchy, any Kib's worth works well. This Krakatoa completely melts any type of boss, especially if it doesn't have stupid armor that resists incendiary. This Krakatoa is absolutely disgusting. But yeah, literally, I would say that your primary 2 weapons you're gonna want is the Old Ridian and the Anarchy, and that Kib's worth. That Kib's worth and the Tig's Boom. Yeah, will definitely do some massive damage. So let's go ahead and go to the actual equipment here. We're using an Old God. First build, I'm using an Old God. I'm mainly using this Old God here because of the anointment, the 50% incendiary damage for all weapons. I just found it's just really useful. It's really awesome. It works really well. Other useful shields in here. Obviously a transformer for the raid. I was not using one when I was running it through the raid. What else could be good? A stopgap, obviously. Maybe if you want to get creative, you could use a one-shot shield if you're about that life and you're using an Anarchy. But we're yeah, Old God, transformer, stopgap. Generally, especially if it has an ASC of some type, will work wonders for sure. Once again, I have this ASC Merv Hex. If you have any type of grenade that has an ASC and can get your consecutive hits proc a lot, that grenade would work. Literally, a Hex that splits into two and then spawns grenade Mervs obviously works really well. What's it? Fusion Tracker could work. There's some other ones that I'm missing off the top of my head, but mainly just what you want with your grenade is an ASC anointment, and then just something that can proc your consecutive hits, because our artifact, hey, look at that, Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge, even after it's nerfed, it's still an amazing artifact. Yeah, this artifact just puts in a lot of work. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's just super good. Dude, second build in a row, we're using a Sapper from Moze. Yo. So the Sapper, this is what's going to keep you alive. As I said earlier, the old Iridian is the gun that helps keep you alive. But the Sapper is obviously the mod that's going to actually, you know, activate your lifesteal consistently. Moze gains up to 12% lifesteal. The longer she holds down the fire button, the greater the lifesteal. Something I need to note, the Sapper will not give you lifesteal with your Anarchy. I was having a lot of issues with that because it's how long you hold the trigger for. That being said, Lucian's Call also can work wonders in this build for sure, because, you know, Lucian's Call, you're gonna be holding on the trigger the whole time. It's big mag. Excuse me. Just literally anything that, you know, you can hold on the trigger for and up here will work. Anarchy still works. But I just want to get this across. Sapper is just such a nice class mod, dude. Giving Moze lifesteal across all of her weapons when she holds down the fire rate button is super dope. This one that we have obviously works really well. 51% Hyperion weapon crit damage obviously helps the old Radiant out just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then we do get 35% shotgun damage to our Recursion and our Anarchy. And then we also get 21% shield recharge delay. Combine that with our Iron Curtains. That's going to give us a, wow, that's going to give us a 49%, almost 50%, which is awesome. Having our shield, you know, recharge fast as possible is always really, really good. But I mean, yeah, other than that, guys, that's going to basically just about wrap up the video. Once again, Kib's Words works really well. Tig's Boom works really well. Lucian's Call works really well. This Ogre works really well. Hellshock works really well. In case you guys don't have these types of guns, in case you don't have DLC, I'm just trying to give you guys, you know, some other options in case y'all don't have the DLC. If you don't have the DLC for your Sapper, oh crud, yeah, if you don't have a Sapper, that's really gonna stink. Probably just a Blastmaster at that point. But I mean, having the Sapper giving you lifesteal is kind of what's helping you keep alive, especially when your shield gets depleted. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, then go ahead and drop your low on that like button and subscribe if you are new. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and give that bell down there. A little bit of love that for me. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, guys, my name's Kree, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Damn it!